was 2 years ago when you came out, right? It was this, and people would say to you, "No, that's too risky. You can't." How did that work
Well, I didn't
out?
tell anybody that I was going to do it, so nobody had a chance to give me any advice.
Oh, they didn't.
About it.
You
No,
just did
I
it.
just did it without nobody in my life knew, nobody professionally or personally knew, because the one thing that I was certain of, in the many years that I grappled with the issue of how or when or if to do it, you know, one of the big points that I always knew was that it would be in my own time and on my own terms, and those were the only two things that I could be sure of. And as long as I was working toward them, I would know for myself, because I think, especially with an issue like that, the minute you open it up to anybody else's opinion, you're in trouble, or at least you're going to have to work harder to filter down the noise. So that helped, you know, that it was after I had the interview that I actually told people what I had done, and then we got into the, okay, well, we'll see, but it wasn't like it was done then.
But it's 2 years now.
Yeah.
And no adverse effects.
No, none. I mean, no. I feel like I felt supported at the time in a really profound way, you know, by fans and people that just know me for my work, but also by all the people in my life that whose opinions and guidance I seek, you know, really supported me. And yeah, I just feel like you know, you draw people into your experience that reflect you and reflect what you want and reflect what you pursue. So
If you're
people
lucky.
in my, I guess, or if you're specific, you know. And for me, it's the people that I've invited or that I've drawn into my experience that would only support a move like that, you know. And then, not to harp on it, but then the people who I've heard from or connected with, the kids, young people, who are able to see themselves differently because I never had anyone to look to in that position when I was growing up, and yet I still managed to find myself in that position. So that to me is there's something incumbent upon me in that scenario.